In this video, I will show you how to replace the Smart Key Control module on a 4th generation Kia Sportage. The Smart Key Control unit is the brain behind your keyless entry and push-button start system. If you're experiencing issues like the key fob not working or the engine not starting with the push button, the control unit could be faulty. The Smart Key Control module is located inside the driver's side dashboard just behind the interior fuse box. This means that before we can access it, we will first have to remove the fuse box. Before we can start working on the fuse box or the Smart Key Control module, it's important to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. This is a crucial safety step to prevent any accidental short circuits or damage to the electrical system. To access the Smart Key Control module, the first step is to remove the crash pad lower panel beneath the steering column. This large trim piece is held in place with a combination of screws and plastic clips. Start by removing the visible screw on the bottom left corner of the panel using a Phillips head screwdriver. Now there are 3 more screws that are hidden behind this dashboard side panel. Near the bottom of the panel, there's a small hole where you can insert your trim tool and pry out the panel. Before pulling the panel, pull back the rubber weather strip along the door frame. Then use a plastic trim tool to gently pry the cover outward. It's held in by a few clips only, so it should pop off easily. Behind the side cover, you will find 3 screws securing the lower panel. Remove all 3 with your Phillips head screwdriver. With all 4 screws removed, gently pull the lower panel outward. You will feel several clips releasing as you work around the edges. At the bottom right, the panel locks into the side trim near the door frame, so pull back the weather strip and unclip it carefully. Also lift up the panel from the side a little to unhook it from the side trim. These clips on the inner side can be a bit challenging, so you may have to pull a little harder here. Before fully removing the panel, be mindful of the OBD diagnostic port attached to the back side. Remove the 2 screws on it, then set the port aside. Once that's done, the crash pad lower panel is completely free and you can safely remove it. With that out of the way, we have full access to the fuse box. The Smart Key Control module is sitting just behind it, so we must first remove this fuse box. It's not too difficult, but you must be very careful handling all these wiring harnesses. The fuse box is mounted to the dashboard frame with one 10mm bolt on the side and 2 10mm nuts at the top. But before we loosen any of those, we first need to disconnect all the wiring harnesses at the front of the fuse box. If we look closely at the vertical connectors, each one has a locking mechanism that keeps the connector firmly in place. To release the lock, press the tab on top and slide the lock towards you. Once the lock is fully released, you can pull the connector body straight out of its slot. When removing any connector, never pull on the wires. Doing so can loosen the pins inside or damage the wiring harness. Always grip the connector body and release the locking tab before pulling it out. Now the connector at the bottom is much simpler. Just press the tab on top and pull the connector straight out. Once all the connectors are unplugged, next step is to remove the nuts and the bolt. Using a 10mm socket wrench, loosen the bolt on the side of the fuse box. The top area is a bit tight, so I'm using a small ratchet here. Its compact size makes it much easier to reach and remove the nuts in this cramped space. Once the bolt and the nuts are removed, the fuse box is now hanging only by the studs at the top. Gently pull the fuse box outward. Keep it supported as it slides off the studs. Once the fuse box is free from the studs, pull it forward and take a look at the back. You will see 2 more electrical connectors still attached. One is a vertical connector with a locking mechanism and the other is a horizontal connector with a simple locking tab. Press the tab and pull it outward to release the lock, then carefully pull the connector out. To release the second connector, just press the tab on the side, then pull it straight out. At the back of the fuse box, there is a wiring harness clipped in place. Use a pair of needle nose pliers to release the clip and slide the harness free. There is another clip securing a wiring harness at the bottom of the fuse box. Carefully use your needle nose pliers to release this clip as well. Then carefully lift the fuse box out of the vehicle and put it somewhere safe. With the fuse box out of the way, we now have clear access to the Smart Key Control module, which sits inside the back of the dashboard. This is the unit that controls your keyless entry and push button start system. The Smart Key Control module is secured with two 10mm bolts, one located near the top of the module and the other bolted to the side of the vehicle frame. We will remove these bolts to free the module from its mounting position. At the bottom of the module, you will see three large electrical connectors. These must be disconnected before the module can be removed. Each connector has a locking tab on the side, so make sure to press the tab first, then gently pull the connector straight out. Take care not to pull on the wires themselves to avoid damage. After removing all the connectors, it's time to remove the bolts. Use a 10mm socket wrench to remove the bolt at the top of the Smart Key Control module. This one is easy to access. However, the bolt on the side, which secures the module to the vehicle frame, is a bit more challenging. It faces the other side. To reach it, use an extension and carefully work from behind the module to loosen it. Once the bolt is loosened, it's much easier to finish removing it with a standard socket driver. After removing the bolts, you might think that the Smart Key module is completely free now. If you try to pull it out, you will notice that a cable is still attached to the side of the unit. This cable is actually for the long-range antenna mounted further up inside the dashboard. And its job is to communicate with your key fob even when you are a few meters away from the vehicle. This antenna is secured by a 10mm nut that is also facing the other side, so not so easy to reach. Use a 10mm socket wrench to loosen and take off the nut. After removing the nut, the antenna will slide out easily from the mounting stud. You can now safely remove the Smart Key Control module from the vehicle. Take your time and guide it slowly. Make sure no wires or components get snagged. Keep in mind that you do not have to remove the long-range antenna from the vehicle if you only want to replace the module and not the antenna. The antenna cable can be easily unplugged from the Smart Key Control module. It is a simple RCA connector, so just pull it straight out from the module. This allows you to remove the module without disturbing the antenna mounted on the vehicle body. If you want to replace the antenna together with the module, you will have to remove the bolt securing the antenna to the body. This is the part number for the Smart Key Control module. When installing the new Smart Key module, start by installing the antenna first. Slide the antenna onto the stud, then tighten the nut. Then carefully position the Smart Key Control module in its mounting location. With the module in position, start by threading the mounting bolts by hand. This ensures they go in straight and prevents cross-threading. Once the bolts are threaded, use a socket ratchet to tighten them securely. Do not over-tighten, just make sure the module is firmly mounted and stable. Do not forget to reconnect the cable for the antenna near the top of the module. Just push in the RCA connector until it is fully seated. Now it is time to reconnect all three electrical connectors to the Smart Key Control module. Align each connector with its slot and press it straight in until the locking tab clicks into place. Each connector has its own unique shape, so they cannot be mixed up. Double check that every connector is fully seated and secure. With the Smart Key Control module installed, it is time to put the fuse box back in place. Reattach the clip for the wiring harness at the back that we removed earlier. Next, reconnect the two electrical connectors at the back of the fuse box. Press each connector into its slot until it is fully seated. For the vertical connector, push the locking tab inward until you hear a click. With the rear connectors secured, lift the fuse box into position. Line up the two holes on top of the fuse box with the studs on the dashboard, and gently slide the fuse box onto those studs. Once the fuse box is sitting on the studs, go ahead and reinstall the two top nuts by threading them in by hand. This helps ensure they go on straight and prevents cross-threading. Also reinstall the side bolt by hand. With everything in position, use your 10mm socket wrench to tighten the top nuts, then tighten the bolt on the side. Make sure they are tight, but do not over-tighten, as this could crack the plastic. Make sure the fuse box is firmly in place and does not wiggle around. Next, reattach the wiring harness clip at the bottom of the fuse box. Now it's time to reconnect all the electrical connectors at the front of the fuse box. Start with the standard horizontal connector at the bottom. Slide it straight into its slot until it clicks into place. Next, reconnect the 3 vertical connectors. Slide the connector into its slot until it is fully seated. Once in place, press the plastic locking tab until it clicks. Repeat this for all 3 vertical connectors, ensuring each one is locked and secure. Each connector is unique to fit only in its own slot, so you do not have to worry about mixing them up. Double check that every connector is fully seated and locked in place. A loose connector can cause electrical problems, so this final check is very important. Now take the crash pad lower panel and position it under the dashboard. Reinstall the OBD port onto the back side of the panel. Align it with its mounting position and secure it with the 2 screws you removed earlier. Now carefully position the lower panel against the dashboard and gently press around the edges so all the clips engage. Make sure the panel is properly hooked into the side panel near the door frame. Press the side trim to confirm it is clipped in properly. Next, reinstall all 4 screws you removed earlier, 3 hidden on the side and the 1 on the front, so the panel is firmly attached. With the lower panel in place, reinstall the side cover. Align it with the dashboard edge and press gently until all the clips snap into place. Finally, press the rubber door seal back over the edge of the panel to restore the proper seal along the door frame. The replacement of the smart key control module is now complete. However, keep in mind that this part is not plug and play. It will have to be programmed to the vehicle before the keyless entry system will function properly. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to VJoin for more DIY car repair videos. Thanks for watching.